Hello, my hosts, and welcome to another Minecraft stream. Hello, New Haven. Good to see you as well. Today we are continuing with drying out the perimeter that we're building. So let's get into that right now. And here we are. Think, oh, got sponge, good. Oops. Okay, actually we can put that into there. All right, drift down and turn another segment of this world dry and unappealing. Oh, that respawn. Here we go. Oh, it's a little bit down here. Nice. How have you been, New Haven? I hope it's been well. There we go. Ah. There. So that one is here. Ah. Been well. Life's picking it up. Have you been well? I've been quite well myself. Filling that. Yep. All right. Oh. We've got another gap in the wall. It's the thematic opposite to brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another gap in the wall. Alright. Okay, here. Alrighty. And that is like that. Alright. Yeah. Been experimenting with a bit of programming in Rust as well, which is going well. Getting my head around the borrow checker, which is always exciting. What I'd love... I think at some point I'm going to have to learn how to get a little bit deeper into the language and learn how to do proper unsafe stuff with cells and stuff like that. But I think as a beginner, I just want to do some experimental type stuff. Simple things I understand. All right. Hello. Continue down here. Oh. And it's another hole. It was also seeing some conversations around what's his name? Dan Olson and the Nostalgia Critic, because they were both recently on a Mr. Beast thing. I'm suspecting that Dan mostly went out of a type of journalistic curiosity, while Doug seems naively enthusiastic about it. Yeah. Hi, Jordan. Yeah, there seems... It's very fractal, that. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. How the hell? Enough relevance? Yeah, that's something I'm curious about as well. Because it might be sort of self-centered of me, but I thought he'd mostly fallen out of relevance since the whole change the channel thing. Yeah. How am I going today? I'm going quite well. Right. There. I also think it's a case of everybody who cared about what happened has left him, and so now it's just his diehard fans. Just be careful. Even if you don't feel tired, you may still be fatigued, and that can screw with your reflexes and decision making. Oh, that's something I've been recently thinking about. Serial Experiments Lane. As a science fiction, its predictions about technology weren't particularly good, but that's to be expected. But their predictions about society's response is pretty good. I mean, they basically predicted Anonymous before it was a thing. And perhaps AI psychosis as well. There we go. All right. Close that off. Oh, it's just dull because it's been raining. All right. Let's go up to the top. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There we go. Ah. I don't think I've actually seen the dub. I remember mostly watching it in sub. Yeah. And it's kind of reminded about of it due to Neurosama. Oop. There we go. And we come back here. Only to slip by the bit on our landing thing. All right, there it goes. Yeah. I have heard that the authors of Serial Experiments Lane purposely wanted the anime to be interpreted differently by Japanese and Western audiences. So, hence why it's so trippy in parts and that type of thing. Ooh. Hello. Ouch. Got. I am curious if the spawning of the slimes is due to these being slime blocks or due to these being swamps. Hold on. There we go. Oh. Where is... Oh, there it is. Ah. Didn't you originally fully call it? Definitely he's up there. Another one of that era. Oh, what's it called? Boogie Pop Phantom. Sort of a very confusing, slightly horror type anime. There we go. One of the ones where the actual anime was only a tiny part of the overall narrative. Sort of like Boogie Pop Phantom is kind of just a side character. Okay, here we go. So reminded of some of the old school anime reviewers of that sort of era, like Bennett the Sage. Ah, yeah. Uh, oh, Galaxy Express 999 is awesome. It's kind of slow paced and a bit philosophical, but it is quite good. All right. Here we go. Uh, Also did I think it's Captain Scarlet. I think that's the name. It's one about space pirates. And she has a massive spaceship that's shaped like an old school. Okay, 1, 2, 4. There we go. Battlestar is a classic as well. Yeah. They've they have also, they're bringing out another series of, oh, what's his name? Trigun, which is cool. There it goes. Yeah. It's interesting that sci-fi anime's mostly fallen out of common production. Like, the majority of your speculative anime is fantasy slash isekai. And I mean, I often wonder, science game. Oh, definitely. All right. There we go. I've got a whole lot of anime shortlisted on my streaming accounts that I should make the time to watch and figure out if I want to watch more of it for this season. There it goes. All right. Right here, just cut this off. Down here. Yeah. Press roll, Jordan. I mean, it's not like the olden times where the only way to watch anime was to go to a university club and watch it with other people, and you just have to pick the one or two anime that everybody was into. All right. There we go. Ah. Yeah, I can see how that's frustrating. What I dislike is, and this is purely a me problem, is when a anime sets up, sorry, a conflict or a problem, and I can see a really cool way for that problem to be solved, but rather than doing the cool way, or the way I would find cool and interesting, it's solved in some completely and utterly lame and commonplace way. Uh, I'm reminded of one of the manga for Nanoha, where the Space and Time Administration Bureau were being attacked by a spaceship that had anti-magic plating on it. So they could not use any of their magical weapons. So the way they attempted to defeat the enemy spaceship was, they were in atmosphere, so they teleported a great amount of water above the ship, high enough that the water froze into ice. Oh yeah, they are a sort of Doctor Who-ish organisation. Yeah. Water froze into ice, creating a giant levitating ice cube. Then they dispelled the levitation magic on it, and the iceberg basically dropped due to gravity. But because it had been magically dispelled, it was just completely and utterly mundane giant iceberg, so the anti-magical defenses couldn't do anything about it because it was not a magical attack. And I thought that was a really cool and awesome way to use the magic system. Showed sort of lateral thinking and problem solving from the TSAM, and it had a really cool sort of action build-up sequence to it. And then the guys they were fighting against teleported a guy to the top of their ship who punched it really hard, punched the iceberg really hard. And that's how they solved the problem. That's how the other guys solved the problem. Hi, Lord Lix. And that was completely and utterly unsatisfactory to me, because the people doing the cool thing were not rewarded in the narrative, and the person doing the boring thing that I've seen 100 times before, powerful guy hit something real hard, was rewarded in the narrative. How have you been, Lord Lex? I hope you've been well. And it was that point I stopped watching that series because it wasn't giving me what I wanted. Yeah. Doing fine. Excellent. Good to hear. Doing pretty okay. I mean, it's okay in something like One Punch Man, where that's the gag. But if you're doing something sort of new, I want to see a new approach. I have quite a big fondness for puzzle battles. I think it's the easiest way to think of it in anime. A certain magical railgun often does that, where girl who has power over electricity. Yeah, I'm doing fine. One of the scenes is they want to get her out of. They want to sort of detain her or stop. The bad guys want to detain her. So they shoot her with a poison dart full of a powerful muscle paralytic. And that's okay. And she's sort of like stranded and can't move her arms and legs. And she's detained. But she still has control over her powers. So the way she gets around being paralyzed is by electrically shocking herself to cause her muscles to move. And that, to me, is awesome. Because it's using an ability in a different way to what was obvious. And sort of makes sense to... I mean, they're all made up abilities, obviously. But they make sense to how you would feel such an ability would work. There it goes. Right. Close this off. Oh, I fell. Oh, I can fill that in there. All right. Wonder if can you think of any other sort of anime or other media which has that style of puzzle battle? Because I really would love to see it. Ah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. When the solution isn't technobabble, but um, but understanding the system that's been set up in the narrative. Often you get that in also JoJo's. Have a stretch. Good advice. Let me stretch. Okay. Now back. Oh. Sliding off the screen. Let's adjust myself. That's worse. That's better. Yeah. Ah. Oh, that's bleak. Okay, here. And we'll move our way back along there. And thanks for the stretch reminder. Yes. One pile of gravel left. Ah. I liked any song that had good music now. Liking songs with good and deep messages. I think you can find value in both. I mean, the perfect one is the song that combines a deep message with good music, especially where the music actually enhances the themes of the song itself. Is that a new Wandy Tea there? We'll have a look. There it goes. Hello? Don't think I saw you before. How are you? What do you want? Huh? Baked potato. Got vines, you got moss blocks. And dark oak logs. Nice options. Ah. Avatar, the last vendor had episodes where yeah. That's a very good one. Yeah. There. Okay. And oops. I wonder wonder if I should clean up all of that. Yeah. Put away this stuff. Oops. Okay. We are here just in time to sleep. Okay. Come on. Yep. Also, pulled down the little shack we had there because it's no longer really as necessary. Okay. You can actually see how much progress we've made. Still a lot to go, but there it goes, like that. The whole sort of having problems split into small, discrete steps that you can test and examine. Ah. The goal is to, if you look up over there, sorry, there, those are TNT bombers. And they are used, well, they've been used to remove all of the stone from here. The idea, but however, TNT doesn't work underwater. So to make TNT effective at removing the last layer here, got to get rid of all the water that's protecting this stone. And once that's finished, we'll have a large perimeter where it is impossible for monsters to spawn. And then I will build myself in that little square there, or rectangle, a platform where witches will spawn. And we'll automate killing those witches to get redstone. The redstone will make more automation equipment to further our growth of resources. Okay. That, oops. We've got ourselves right, nice one. There. That's the long-term goal. All of this just to get some red rocks. Yeah. It's amazing what we... Ah. That is a valid technique, and I've used it manually. However, because there's no way to drop gravel from a flying machine, it doesn't quite work in this situation. It's good when you've got a static source. It's also okay if you're using a TNT cannon. Yeah. But with flying machines, the gravel or sand is not as useful. I'm talking about redstone. Hello? There we go. Have I heard of the Dance Macabre? Yes. And the Memento Mori. Yeah. There we go. The classic expression, this too will pass. Which is said in both good times and bad. Oops. That's not quite what we want. Hello, lava pit. Okay. Go to the top of this. And we drain another section of a drainification. There it goes. Yeah. Ah. French dude. Which French? It sounds very French. It was a period where the French were very morbid and gothic. Well, likewise with the English, but yeah. Ah, okay. Go up like that. Whoops. Whoa. Almost brained myself on my nether gateway. Alright there. I might as well check these out. Oh, let's go. Well, that would not be good yet. Collect this. You head back. Okay. Now, can go along here, removing more of the water. Oh, spot there. Dried out. Excellent. It's interesting that way the source blocks is. Oh, that needs damming. I have to go and remove all of this at some point as well. Oh, let's get some air. Looks like that area over there is a lot more shallow, so we might be kind of fortunate. Although I am seeing that even if it is shallow, might have, oops. That's worrying. Hold on. Okay. Cool, we've got them all. Yeah. 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 Ooh, favorite cryptid. I mean, I do have a fondness for the bunyip. Oops, see? Mothman is your pick. Mothman's a good one. There it goes. And from Japanese folklore, I think the kappa is particularly amusing. There we go. It's there. Why did I put that there? Whoop. Mothman is cool, you just devil. Oops. Ah. Yep. All right. They also tend to drown kids, which is another thing. But I am amused about the way that they will, the way you can defeat them. If you give them a bit of cucumber, as good, polite Japanese people, or creatures, they will bow their heads. But when they bow their heads, the water that's in the little cup at the top of their head will spill out and they'll become dry and they'll have to run back to the sea or river. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Eh. Meme song, Cucumber? I don't think I've heard that song. Yeah. Okay. Actually, what I can do is I can close it off here. Ah. All right. That's a weird autocorrect. Ah. All right. Here we can. Let's throw a one there. All right. Wants you to write like a zoomer. Ah. Here we go. That is going well. There we go. There. Now, got this one. Okay. That's fine. Let's go there. Go along there. Oh, some collapsing action there. We can fix that up. Like that. Okay, cool. You go away. And I should stretch. Let me do my stretches. All right. Yep. Ah. Oh, yeah. Spring Hill Jack, the Loch Ness Monster. That's there. Oh, I've got them all. Cool. That's there. Yeah, Nessie. It's a cute name for it. Ah, okay. There are a lot of various kinds of wee folk in myth. All different types of fae. All right, we've got that one to get done. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Ah, totally agree. Yep. But there is another section to that expression. Is still better than a master of none. Yeah. Master of one is better than a jack of all trades, but still better. But still worse is a master of none. It goes. Ah. Let's block that over there. Oops. Got one here as well. It's interesting how you can get into states where you're just bouncing by yourself without holding down a key or anything. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Both mean exactly the same thing. All right. There we go. Let's go here. What are we? Continue. Right. This. Like that. Go like that one as well. Okay. Now, water level in here is dropping down. I think this is one of the deepest spots we're going to have. Well, maybe that's just hopeful thinking. Let's... Ah. Ah. Would not know. There. All right. Still got that bit of water to go. Okay. Swim, swim. This bit over here, I think we can drain out to the bottom. Up low. That's a hole. Can fill that in. Okay. There. Like how... Yeah. It's very, made in the abyss pit coded. All right. That is fine. I'll make progress here. Just normal landscape, normal landscape, normal landscape. Massive hole. And then there's that scar where one of my bombing machines went rogue and continued outwards. Ah. Manga. Yeah, it's not in dark. It's well worth it's well worth it. There we goes. All right. Ah. Interesting. My understanding is it's one of those ones that started with the anime. I'll have to check if that is my understanding about that is correct. Okay, we go back here. Why have we got... Oh, there it is. There we go. Continue pushing back. Oops. Yes. Oh. All right. Oh, so gap there that we should fix with the power of gravel. There it goes. Ah. Yep. It also inspired a movie called Stalker. Ah. Yep. And in Australia, they're called Gunzels. Here it goes. And we land. Okay. Now, I have avoided that. I take all the precautions. That one's there. All right. Go there. Like that. Okay. Spot that one there and almost cleared this little section as well. Oh. You need to be sealed off. And I need to put one there. Okay. Now, whoops. Excuse me, sheepies. We think we'll do one or two more rounds of this, or at least until we've finished this particular stripe. There it goes. Oh, actually, fairly. Wow, that was a little bit of a harder than desired landing. All right. Okay. That one. It's like that. Okay. An air landing. Yep. Oh, that took out a lot. That's exactly what we like to see. Okay. Said I'd go after we finish this stripe. So we'll be ready for the next stripe. Next stream. Right there, let's get ourselves. Yeah, they got. The thing is, those style of pupils are really good at dealing with predators creeping up on you. Let's get that to there. Ah. How do I plan to deal with the lava? Buckets. I'm gonna bucket up as much lava as I can. And then displace the rest using sand or gravel. Let's put another layer on the sorting machine while we're here. We need some stripped logs while we're at it. Ah. Yeah. So you can tell, often tell what an animal's primary concern is by the location of their eyes. Okay, and I think we're going to need... I've got 12. Let's get... like that. Some more. Those. 2 of you. Okay. Let's go down, continuing our quest for sortification. There. All right. Getting up to there. Oh. We've got another one of those situations. Hold on. Let's get some building blocks. Careful. Ouch. The whole cave complex down here. That's a little concerning. Oh, and some lava as well. Okay. There. Good, that dead ends. Just avoid the lava. I'm going to have to prepare this, so... like that. That's going to be our base level here. Go back by 2. That one there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. That's handy. Don't normally get that style of redstone these days. Oop. Let's first grab all of that. We'll close this off. It's kind of ironic. Okay. If we go up here. Yep. That one. That one. Leading the block of copper. Close off this alcove. Oops. All right. Ah, what are you? Okay. Normally they don't come down. Oh, there they go. Cool. Now I can slip on an extra one of those. Can have some shelves for labeling. That last one doesn't get one. Okay. Flowering azalea and signs. I saw the sign. That opened up my mind. Oh. A little sign inside a sign. Yeah. There it goes. What's the next thing you're going to grab? Oh, snow. Okay. That one there. Oh. We'll put a bit of glass over here. Glass there's to provide a greater, to act as a skylight basically, and also allow me to look up and see what the time of day is. All right, let's get a little bit of a snooze. Pretty sure there is a bed on one of these levels. Or if I should put a bed further down. Come on, where is this bed? Huh. Must be further up. Lost track of a fairly simple thingy. Okay. Oh, you've emptied out everything there. Okay, get some deep slate, some cobblestone, some stone, redstone block. Where did the oak door come from? And storage. Okay. That's there. Might as well unload more stuff into our big storage system. Like that. Like that. Oh, some diorite. That would be diorite. Okay. Now, gravel we'll put into this box with the rest of the gravel. Cobblestone in there. And we'll finish this off here. Good. That gives us another pair of boxes. That's like what I made in textiles class. Another pair of boxes. All right. And I think this is a great point for me to rest. Let's get back to my main room. Thank you, everybody, for joining me as I played Minecraft. Tomorrow, I think we've got a little bit more foundation to play. So I hope you can join me for that. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Goodbye.